Come, my dear friends, sit with me. Let your breath settle like the morning mist over a quiet lake. The world has been loud, hasn't it? Full of noise, rushing, and desires that stretch our hearts in many directions. You are here now, not by accident. Life has brought you to this moment, this pause, this breath. Today, I want to speak to you as if we are sitting beneath a Bodhi tree together, listening not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Our topic today is one of deep reflection. Buddhism and Stoicism, parallels in wisdom. Two paths born of different lands, different languages, but when walked with sincerity, they guide us to the same inner peace. Let us begin. Buddhism began over 2,500 years ago in the forests of India. Siddhartha Gautama, the prince who became the Buddha, left behind his palace in search of truth. He discovered suffering, dukkha, was everywhere. And he found that by understanding our attachments and delusions, we could be free. Across the sea in ancient Greece and later Rome, philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius also sat in quiet contemplation. They too asked, what is suffering? What is peace? They found answers not in riches or fame, but within the fortress of the mind. This was Stoicism. Though born far apart, Buddhism and Stoicism walk side by side in many ways that both teach us we do not control the world, but we can master our responses. It is not things themselves that disturb us, said Epictetus, but our opinions about them. And the Buddha said, we are shaped by our thoughts. We become what we think. Can you feel how these teachings echo each other? One from the east, one from the west, yet the same call to awaken. Let me tell you a story. There was once a wise monk who held a beautiful porcelain cup. He loved this cup dearly, not out of attachment, but appreciation. Do you see this cup? He would say to his students. I love it because I know it is already broken. The students were puzzled. He smiled gently. I drink from it. I admire its form. But one day it will fall, or it will crack, or I will die. Knowing this, I cherish every sip. This is the essence of anicca, or impermanence, the heart of Buddhist wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, wrote in his Meditations, you could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Not as a morbid thought, but as a wake-up call to live fully. When we realize that everything changes our bodies, our relationships, our pain, we stop clinging. We begin to embrace the fleeting moment like the scent of a flower in bloom. This understanding is not sad. It is liberating. We no longer fear loss because we no longer hold so tightly. Both the Buddha and the Stoics teach that desire uncontrolled and unexamined is the root of suffering. The Buddha described the three poisons: greed, hatred, and delusion. These arise when we grasp too tightly for things outside ourselves. The Stoics spoke of apatheia, not indifference, but freedom from unhealthy passions. Now hear this carefully. Neither path asks us to reject joy or beauty. They simply teach us to not be enslaved by them. As the Buddha taught the middle way, not indulgence, not deprivation, so too do the Stoics teach balance. Can we enjoy a warm meal, knowing we might have it tomorrow? Can we love another deeply, without chaining them to our expectations? This is the true strength, not in resisting life, but in flowing with it like water flows over stones. Let us breathe together now. Inhale and exhale. What are you thinking? Where is your mind wandering? Come back here. This breath, this moment. This is life. Mindfulness, or sati in Pali, is the cornerstone of Buddhist practice. It invites us to be here now, awake to each experience without judgment. The Stoics too taught this presence. Seneca said, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Whether in silent meditation or walking through the marketplace, we are invited to wake up. You don't need a mountaintop to find stillness. You need only attention. Right now, feel your breath. Listen to the silence between my words. That silence is your doorway to peace. Let me share with you the story of Kisagotami. She was a mother who lost her only child. Stricken with grief, she carried his body to the Buddha, begging him to bring her son back to life. The Buddha said, "Bring me a mustard seed from a home that has never known death." She searched far and wide, but every household had known sorrow. She returned with understanding, not anger. Through her suffering, she awakened. This is equanimity, not the absence of emotion, but the stillness within emotion. The Stoics teach the same. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." When we accept this truth, we do not become cold, we become compassionate. We stop wasting energy on what we cannot control, and we nurture peace where it can grow, in our own hearts. Some believe Stoicism is only for the self, and Buddhism only for the monastery. But true wisdom is never isolated. The Buddha returned from his enlightenment not to live in bliss, but to teach others. He walked from village to village, barefoot, offering the Dhamma like rain to thirsty soil. Marcus Aurelius, emperor though he wrote letters of advice and love to the people he ruled. Both paths teach duty, not as burden, but as a gift. You too have a role. In your family, in your friendships, in your work. You are not powerless. You are a light, and when you live with intention, that light spreads. Quietly, beautifully. How can you walk these teachings in daily life? Start simple. Wake up and sit for 5 minutes in silence. Reflect on what you can control and let go of what you cannot. Treat every interaction as a chance to be kind. When hardship comes, greet it like a teacher. When joy comes, welcome it like an old friend, but do not cling. At night, review your day with compassion, not shame. These small acts become your temple. You do not need to escape your life. You need only wake up within it. When we open the pages of the Dhammapada and the meditations of Marcus Aurelius, we find two hands reaching toward each other. One says, "Let go." The other says, "Stand firm." But both agree. The mind is the key. When we purify the mind, the world begins to change. Buddhism offers the softness of compassion, the clarity of mindfulness, the release of craving. Stoicism offers resilience, structure, and strength in adversity. Together, they form a bridge, a middle path through the noise of modern life. My dear friends, if you remember nothing else today, remember this. You are not your thoughts. You are not your fears. You are the awareness behind them. Quiet, spacious, peaceful. Return to your breath. Return to this moment. Return to yourself. In the words of the Buddha, peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. What color will you choose today? If this message touched your heart, if you felt even a flicker of stillness or inspiration, I invite you to join our growing community. Here at Buddha's Wisdom, we walk this journey together. Subscribe to our channel, not just to hear my voice, but to hear your own heart more clearly. Each video is a step on the path. Each lesson, a lamp in the dark. May your days be mindful. May your heart be light. May your wisdom grow like the lotus, rising through the mud to bloom in peace.